Hi everybody, here is my video 14. Thank you so much for all of your support yesterday. Here it is. Got my yellow belt. It was utterly terrifying, but very, very proud of myself for pushing myself out of the comfort zone and doing something that is very new and unfamiliar. I literally picked up Taekwondo about 3 months ago, late summer. So very, very proud of myself. Thank you again for nudging and supporting. Now, as I promised you guys yesterday, I want to do a little overview of the Pastorale Symphony No. 6 by Beethoven and describe a little bit each of the 5 movements. And I shared with you a few videos ago that this is an extremely forward-looking and revolutionary piece. I mean, the fact that it has a title and each of the 5 movements have a programmatic suggestion already is very, very romantic. And the theme, central sort of inspiration, is something that I think is very, very near and dear to Beethoven's heart, which is the theme of nature. In fact, when I was choosing the flyer for this year's Beethoven birthday concert, I found this black and white drawing of Beethoven. I don't know if you guys can tell, that is describing and showing him walking in the nature. There's a bit of a forest-like scene with his head down, sort of lost in thought and inspiration. So nature, I think, is a very special subject to Beethoven. In fact, I want to share with you guys a lovely little quote from my most favorite biography of Beethoven. This is Maynard Solomon's book. And we have an interesting description here of the Pastorale by Solomon. Beethoven's struggles with fate, which is to say, with every embodiment of authority, domination, and mortality, were not yet at an end, but were temporarily set aside while he rejoiced in a richly deserved return to nature and to childhood. I love these 2 words, nature and childhood, together, because I think we all can relate to that time in life where things were simpler and there's this childlike purity, and it's all so simple and beautiful before complexities of life take over. So I think that really is the celebration and the central theme of this symphony, that return to nature. Now, the first movement is titled The Awakening of Cheerful Feelings on Arriving in the Country. And let me remind you real quick of the opening. Exactly as you would imagine that feeling to sound like when you arrive in the country at first. The second movement is titled Scene at the Brook, and we have these beautiful undulating waves that obviously make us imagine being by the brook. Beautiful movement. And then the third movement, we go into a bit of a party scene. It is titled Merry Meeting of Country Folk in a brisk 3/4 allegro. Now this little party is rudely interrupted by the movement you guys heard yesterday, the 4th movement titled Thunderstorm. It's really, really abrupt because we finished in this little cadence here. And then the rumbling thunder begins, but thankfully just like thunderstorms in real life and in nature, it then gives way to a peaceful, serene rainbow. And the fifth movement that Beethoven titles Song of the Shepherds. So as you can tell, it is in 6/8, which is known as the Pastorale as well as Siciliana meter, and also the key of F major is symbolically associated with, again, the pastoral countryside. So it just is the most peaceful and serene, heartwarming way to bring the piece to a close. And interestingly enough, to bring Solomon back here, he actually, Beethoven initially, when he finished the piece, had Herr, wir danken dir words, which translate, Lord, we thank you. As if to thank God for the peace and the ending of that dramatic thunderstorm in a peaceful, serene way. So really, really inspiring piece. I hope you guys enjoyed the little overview. I will see you tomorrow with a bit more excerpts and actual musical segments from each of the movements. See you guys then.